Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think I'm left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. 22-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
On the ball. Loose by 7. Loose by 7.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8. Shotgun now for Wentz. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Great 15. Great 15.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, spread left. Lucy, Lucy. Spread left.
Bortles now on 1st down. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod. Again, it's Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackle that time by Sidney Jones.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
And this is going to be incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, it floated on him, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play. But look for them to try it again later.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Wentz, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they ran into him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. Now Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That one goes for 36 yards. On first and 10, here's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And some strong running. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Calais Campbell in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Wentz gonna throw. Completes it to Ajayi. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a...
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. This is Ajayi. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They run forward with Ajayi, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain.
Brendan, let's file this play away for later. Let's note this play because... to me, it's not out of the question that the decision to pass up the 3 there could come back to haunt them later on.
On first down, Bortles. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. On second down, here's Bortles. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Bortles now on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Over the middle, complete. That's Cole. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Bortles to Cole for the Jacksonville first.
Let's go. Mike 39, Lucy.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's got room. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. 36 yards. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. He's going to air one out. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. Flushed out right. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Mike 39, Lucy. 372. 3-2.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Incomplete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Punch right. Spread right, 72.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
Here we go. Hey, let's go. Trip left.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Green 80.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. will keep it. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A field goal would make it a two-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll go with a big bank Fournette, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and it's now 14-0. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On first down, Wentz. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying ant.
Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. On second down, here's Fournette. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. Here we go on fourth down with Bortles. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Wentz now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Throwing now is Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
Now it's Ajayi. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a second and goal. Working from the gun, Wentz. That's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing third and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jay Ajayi taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott now to add the extra point. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good, and we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he's brought down. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Throwing on first is Wentz. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And that is incomplete. It was the free safety Tljsr Gibson who was able to range over and knock it away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now this offense is staying put. They're just 1 for 4 in these situations so far, but they're going again on 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Ajayi stops short of the first. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created a push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Bortles to the former Jet, Safarian-Jenkins for the Jags 1st down. Bortles now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. They keep it with Fournette on. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Bortles to throw on 3rd and 1. And he finds Safarian-Jenkins. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Green 80. Mike 39, Lucy. Lucy. Here we go.
Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. They give him a gain of 38.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, 32 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in the about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Bortles. Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
The pitch to Fournette. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Spread right, smack.
Throwing is Bortles. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Throwing is Bortles on 3rd down. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Lucy. 11B.
They'll go for it. It's Bortles. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cole. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Spread right, smack.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Hey, spread right, smack. Hey, spread left. Nice 39, Lucy. Bunch right.
They'll toss it to Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here we go. Nice 39, Lucy.
A handoff to Fournette. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Let's go. 39, Lucy. Lucy.
Here's a give to Fournette. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Here we go.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now Leonard Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Bortles to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. And Lambeau will put this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Back to throw. Hurts over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
This is where hustle and urgency come into play. I think you've got to get up there and spike it.
81.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. Carter, remember back in the first half when you talked about them passing up on the 3 when they went for it on 4th down?
Yeah, it changes your options, doesn't it? Because if they took the 3 there, we got a tie ball game on our hands, and maybe the thinking on this drive absolutely changes.
Well, you talked about filing that play away for later. Now we resurface it. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
He's back to throw. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nelson Aguilar with time running out. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense, of course.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he's able to get it back